Hi everybody, it's Flo again. Now at the moment we are often going onto Cricut Design Space, which you can see up here, and what we're finding is it says it's almost here, the offline feature will soon start rolling out to members of our design space for the beta desktop group. Download the app now. Now unless you've got the app and you download it, you won't get the offline feature. So if you've already got the offline feature or you've already downloaded the app, just make sure it's going to update for you. So start your app. Now my app is down here and this is my offline feature. So I can still go download now and it will put another one down there, but I've already got it, so I'm just going to go maybe later. And then it will just allow you to design online. Now if I start this one down here, and you'll see this one comes up, and when it decides to come up we'll have a look at it. Now what I can do now is I can put the whole of my online stuff out of the way. And this is going to come up now. I'll make it big so that we can see it. We haven't got other things in the background. Now it says welcome Flo. It will also say beta version 5.0.13. The other thing you will find is that the earlier versions that I downloaded were version 5, version 4 and version 6. So it's actually the 5.0.13 that will be offline. Now there's a lot of interesting things that we can do with this, and you'll see that all my projects have come up here. It looks exactly the same except you don't have a bar at the top to say that you're online. The interesting thing with this is that it is online plus it's offline, which means you can save offline to cut. Now when it comes up, these are my projects and I could view them all, but we would be going forever. I have a huge number of projects, but some I've been playing with lately. Now if you look at this one with the C's that I'm doing for little Chelsea, it's got 3 little dots on it. Now this one has been saved offline, and I can tell it's been saved offline. Number one, when I click over the little computer it says saved for offline, but it's also got a little computer above it. So these ones I've been playing with. I haven't played with this one because I want to do that privately, and so I won't put that one up. But I will put up something else, and I'll just have a look at see what else I've got up there. I've got one that I'm doing for Lisa for her birthday. I haven't done that yet, but I've been playing with some blanks and things like that. But what I will do is I will show you that I'm going to put the gnomes up. And now the gnomes are in Design Space, so anyone can put these up if you've got Design Space or if you've bought the gnomes. I am not sure at this particular point in time as to whether the gnomes are in Access, and the reason I'm not sure is because I know that I bought them before they had Access. I bought quite a substantial amount of cartridges. I had well over 300, so I still have Cricut Access and I have my purchased cartridges that are in there. Now I have Access and I generally purchase the ones that are licensed. Now my computer seems to be running a little bit slow, but here are my little gnomes. Now if I move these little gnomes around or take them apart so that I know what I'm going to do with them, and decide that yep, I want to do all these little gnomes and I want to print them out, I can go over here to the Make It and they'll all go onto things. What you can see over here in this part of the layers panel is that these have all got blackouts on them that are turned off. Now be aware that some of your cartridges can be like that, so if we go to this one, it says flatten, but I'm not sure whether I want to flatten it. It has been flattened. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to unflatten him. Now when he's unflattened, I can then go up here and see that this little gnome can come apart. So I can do all sorts of things with him. Now if I want to cut him so I put him together like a little puzzle, I can do that. If I don't want to put him together like a little puzzle, I can flatten him and do a print and cut. Now print and cuts are awesome things to do, especially if you are going to do them for the kids or something like that. I don't think I've put him together quite right because he doesn't quite look the same as what he did before. So if you're like me and you can take them apart but you don't put them together well, you can try the undo button. I think the undo button takes a little bit of time now, so that's why I haven't used them. But we can just put them up and have them there, or if I pick him again, I can put him in the right place so that he is in the right place to do what he's supposed to do. I think that might be better now, and he's got a little happy look on his face. Now if I move this and flatten him, that's how he'll print. If I put him back with him all in the right place, that will be how he prints. Now with your print and cut, you use a printer that's outside but linked to your computer. It's not linked to your machine as such, but you need your machine and on to and linked to your computer and on so that you can print it so that it knows what it's doing. Oh, I think now this is something that you need to be aware of. I've got a white piece that goes on here. Aha, that's why he didn't quite look right. And this white piece is I don't know whether he's there or whether he's up here. Ah, it's up there. Now that white piece on the white background was quite hard to see, and sometimes when you take things apart, be aware that you can lose pieces. So it's often quite good to do your print and cut rather than lose your little pieces. However, when it does go to your print screen, you will find that they're on a little white screen for you. Now what we're doing here is we're showing you how when we save this, so we'll go up to save because we've moved it, so it'll save it differently, and it'll just say save or save as. Now I can do a save as, but I've already got them in there, so I'm going to go save. Now you think, well, that's exactly the same, and yes, it is exactly the same. However, what I've done is I've gone to the hamburger menu on this side. Really need to change the photo. We're going down to settings. Now in the settings you can choose your canvas grid. Now I always work with a full grid because I like to use it as part of my way that I do the measurements. Then it gives you your units, which is imperial or metric. Now here down the bottom it says saving for offline. So what I've chosen is cloud and computer. Now you can choose cloud only, but if you choose cloud and computer, it goes offline as well. So anything that you're working on, you don't have to worry about saying, oh, I want to save it offline or I only want to save it online. You can choose it here, and then you don't have to worry about anything else. It just simply clicks out of there and we go there. Now we'll go back to my projects, and this one will now come up as the first project in the list, and as you can see now it has saved for offline, and it's got my three little dots that tells me that I can do things with the three little dots. One of the things I can do is I can edit it, I can delete it, or I can remove the offline copy. So if you think you haven't got enough room on your computer, you can just save it online. There's some interesting things when you save it online. When you open up another computer, if you've got 2 or 3, or if you're like me, you've got a desktop one, you've got a laptop that I take around with me. I also have my phone, and I also have an iPad, which I bought specifically because of one of the things in the iPad, which is a snap mat, and I love my snap mat. So this is part of the offline part that you're going to have here, and I can sleep. That's going to tell me that my phone is ringing and I need to get going. So that's just about it for now. When you save offline, you've got it on the computer that you're working on at the moment only. So if you save offline, and you only save offline, although at the moment it's saying offline and in the cloud, later on in the year or early next year, they may go to totally offline. Now, I'm not quite sure whether we will be able to choose a place to save it offline. Excuse me. But having said that, I'm going to try now and work out where it has been saved offline. So hopefully this will get you started with doing the offline part, and you can have a play and see whether you are offline yet. Thank you for watching, and we will hope that many more people come offline soon so that they don't have to worry about their internet slight dips. Thank you for watching.